welcome to or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know, but I got some haters that keep clicking dislike on my videos, so all the best YouTubers have haters, so I guess that makes me at least heading in the right direction. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan going over there, but at the moment it's over 30 degrees in my kitchen, and yeah, if I don't have that fan on, I'm going to be like one of those mannequins from House of Wax where they all started dripping and melting, and ain't nobody wants to see that. So you might have noticed no winged liner today. I'm going to put a picture just there to show you why there's no winged liner today, and why Ciate Feline Flicks will only be used in normal British weather rather than this warm thing that appears to be happening even though it's only the end of April. Anyway, makeup today I've gone really quite simple. Because I'm not expecting the makeup to last long with this heat, I've chucked L'Oreal Pro Glow on. The eyes are a combination of the Colourpop Yes Please and Liberace for the bright yellow on the lid. Highlight is from this one, and it is Canary Bling, and the lippy is the e.l.f. Alyssa Ashley collab called Nude Rose, which is a really nice, I don't normally like glosses because I hate how they feel, but this is a really nice one. Right, I'm going to see if I can angle you across just a wee bit more. The camera swings back again, there we go. Right, so now I've got some space here. You can probably guess what this is going to be. It's certainly proving to be one of my more popular series. So, end of April, episode 3 of Hell Yeah, or Whoa No. Right, I've got quite a lot to zoom through here, so I'm going to try and do it as quick as I can, otherwise editing will take me forever, and obviously it'll be quite a long film, but the feedback I've had is that you quite enjoy the longer ones for these Hell Yeahs and Woh Nos. Gives you time to sit down with a snack and a drink and just chill out and see, you know, what new makeup's coming and what I think of it. So, last time we spoke about L'Oreal and Maybelline with the Lemonade Crush palette and one which looked to be apple scented. L'Oreal have now got this one, again I'm referring on my phone to the pictures so I know which order I'm doing them in, called Cherry My Cherie, which 16 warm shades, boosted pigments for juicy colour payoff, sweet sun fruits fragrance for yummy scent, and Life's a Peach blush, which smells like peach. Too Faced has a lot to answer for. The eyeshadow palette is going to be a whoa no. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder than I normally do so you can hear me over the fan. I have to admit though, even though it smells like peach, I do quite like the look of that blush. The blush that I've used today, she said trying to find it, is my Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink, which actually is more of an apricot. But I quite like the look of that. That looks kind of similar family tones to this, but a bit lighter. So that might be a hell yeah, depending on the price. And of course, whether they release it in the UK before the winter. Because everything seems to go to America, and then we get all excited about it, and then by the time it's released over here, I've got bored and moved on to something different. I wonder if companies realise just how much they lose by hyping it all up in America and then making the rest of the world wait like we are second-class citizens. Okay, moving on, Urban Decay are bringing out a Light Beam palette. Nudie Vibe, Paradox, Golden Hour, and I can't read that last one. Pressed eyeshadows, 5 of them. Warm neutrals. Sing it with me. Whoa, 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 no. Right, we spoke last time about the MAC Aaliyah collab, and we've got some swatches here now. And they're saying, guess the name of the lipstick shades. So, I'd imagine it's going to be linked to either an album or name of a single that she's released, or something along those lines. I know when they did Nicki Minaj, for example, because I've got Nicki's Nude lipstick. So whether they're going to do Aaliyah's whatever, or whether they're going to choose a track name, I'm not entirely sure. But you can see there that the palette looks... There's a lot of browns, golds, there's a plummy colour, a rose gold. There's potentially a silvery colour at the top there. You can just about see it on the arm of the lady or gentleman with the darker skin tone. I have to admit, I do like the look of the brown lipstick, so that could be a hell yeah. But although those are the kind of colours that you do associate with Aaliyah, so it makes sense that that's the colours they've gone for, I don't think there's a single colour that I haven't got in numerous different palettes. So the palette itself, for me, I'm afraid is going to be a whoa, 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 no. Okay, Sleek are bringing out another one of their highlighter palettes, similar to Solstice and Cleopatra's Kiss, which was so popular. They were 3 powders and 1 cream. This looks to be... let's have a zoom in on that picture. This looks like it could be all powders, actually. And clearly it's called Copper Plate, and it's aimed at people with a deeper skin tone, which is fantastic because Solstice and Cleopatra's Kiss are both beautiful highlighters, and if this formula is the same as the ones in there, then for me it's going to be a well no, because it's not for my skin tone. But if you are a deeper, darker skin tone and the other Sleek highlighters look ashy on you or they're too light, this has got to be a hell yeah for you, because they're not expensive. You know, they're actually... Sleek are actually known for being... I think mine was about 16 quid when I picked it up. So that's... For 4 highlighters in one palette, that's pretty damn good. Revolution have brought out the 7 new Conceal and Define shades. There's a swatch there. You can see they've got one that's completely white. I didn't get that one because I have picked up a completely white one from Colourpop before I knew that they were going to do an all-white one. But I have picked up 0.5. This one I use under the eye because it's brightening, and the original one that I had, the C1, I use for any pimples or you know, like the tea bag birthmark staining that I've got. At the moment there's just the 7 shades, but obviously all told there's now, what, 20, let's start off with 18, so that's what, 25 shades now. and they do go quite deep, and they are looking at extending it further. So, you know, fair play Makeup Rev, and as you can tell, as I've already bought one, that's a hell yeah. Right, April the 20th, 420, is well known in America as being the day everyone smokes weed. So Jeffree Star, as he's known for smoking it, has brought out his own grinders, which, when they launched, sold out la la. Apparently he's now going to make them part of his range, so if you are a partaker of that and need a grinder and you like Jeffree Star or just metallic pink with a star on it and you want a grinder like that, then you crack on, sunshine. Me personally, it's a whoa, 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 no. Right, as you know, I was super excited to have got my blood sugar palette, but it has sold out everywhere. Now I know Jeffree is, he's got more in production, but if you don't want to wait that long, or you can't afford the 46 quid that the blood sugar was, or I think it's 52 in America, Blush Tribe, and you know their psychedelic palette, you can tell the fans on, you know that their psychedelic palette is in one of my top fives, top favourite palettes. They have got the Malika palette out, which has got very similar shades to it. As I'm filming this today, which is Sunday the, oh god, I don't know, 21st, is it? Is today the 21st? Yeah, Sunday the 21st. They've currently got free UK postage on this one, the Blossom palette, Blossom Lashes and Luminescence. So if you haven't been able to get your hands on blood sugar and you want to pick up a palette with very similar colours in, then I would say go over to there, because they are vegan, they're cruelty free, they're a black owned independent UK makeup company. So, you know, trot over there folks and give them a bit of support. So that's a hell yeah, if I didn't have blood sugar. They've also got this in pre-production. Now apparently they're only getting 100 of these in, which scares me slightly, because I kind of do want it, and then the next minute I'm like, no, you've got enough and you don't need more. And then I'm like, but it's so pretty. I mean, just look at, that's like the rainbow of, it really is a rainbow of colours. Red, orange, yellow, gold, tan, green, blue, 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 violety blue, or lavendery blue. And you can see from this third one here, the names of the different shades: Amara, Jahan, Layla, Farida, Bint Helwa, Jamila, Damali, Maha, Naziha, Rawa, Sumehra, Hasna, Fatima, Arwa and Zaina. And I really apologise if my pronunciation of those is wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know down there how they should be pronounced, and I will make sure to make a note of it so that next time I mention them I get it right. Oh, my head is saying, and my bank balance is saying Woh No, but my heart is going hell yeah. So keep watching, then we'll see whether my head or my heart wins. They've released another picture now of this is still Blush Tribe by the way, the lipsticks that they've done with the names of them. And you know, I was interested in the two in the middle. This one, shade 10, which originally on the first picture that I had looked like a grey purpley brown, now looks to be more of a just a grey brown without the purple in it. So that one doesn't quite appeal to me as much, but I do like the look of 12 and 13 and 22. So, and at $5.99, hell yeah! Becca teased for quite a while. They did like a black and white picture, just with like a swirl in the middle, teasing a new product, and it turned out to be this new Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlight. The exclusive limited edition. We all know what limited edition means for Becca. It means that we'll put it on, and if it sells really well, then we'll add it again later on in another palette, or we'll rename it as something else and we'll bring it back again, or we'll say, because you asked for it so much, we're going to make it part of our regular line. They describe it as a soft tangerine with a vanilla and gold pearl swirl. Now, on the medium and deep skin tones, that looks absolutely stunning. Not entirely sure I like it on the super light skin tone. And it's... I probably wouldn't pick that. I mean, for me that would be more of a blush topper than a highlight, because of the depth of colour in it. So, you know, again, if you've got deeper skin tones, then that's going to be absolutely perfect for you. Excuse me 1 minute. I need to go and get myself a drink. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I just didn't want to suddenly cough at you. Price is $38, so again, the usual Becca price. For me, it's a Woh No. If you like it, if you're somewhere that can get Becca delivered, or if you use one of those US postal combination thingies and order loads of stuff and then get it all shipped over in one go, and you are a deeper skin tone and are prepared to pay the $38, then for you it could be a hell yeah. Makeup Monster Cosmetics have got 6 spring matte liquid lipsticks in Cold Shoulder, G.I. Jane, Decay, Poison Party, Deserter and 404. Those are all really pretty. I have got very, very similar colours to that. I think the only one that I've not got the exact match for is the G.I. Jane green, because the Decay green is very similar to Jeffree Star's Dirty Money, which I've got. But yeah, I mean, they look nice. If you want to try some colourful lipsticks and don't want to buy from Jeffree or Kat Von D or Lime Crime for whatever reason, then this could be a hell yeah. And in fact, it might be a hell... Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm in a lot of pain today. I might try and cut that out. Yes, that could be a hell yeah. They've also got the Pink Hues Trio Lip Bundle. Liquid lipstick, a mixer and a lip topper. And it looks like they've also got 8 pressed powder elusive lights highlighters. And those highlighters are only 10 quid. So if you wanted to go down the highlighter route, the coloured highlighter route, but didn't want to have to spend too much initially to decide whether you like it or not, then that could be your hell yeah. Last time we spoke about the Gimme Glow Cosmetics, where they got the black and white picture and I colourised it, and it looked very much like warm neutrals with a pop of purple, and they said they were going to cultivate some blues for it. They've now done this sneak peek of Electric Mint shade, and there's also going to be a matte shade to match. So, you know, maybe the Tarte April Fool's thing is going to be influencing people more than we thought, and we're going to get some nice cool tone palettes for summer. That would be really nice actually, to make a nice change. So again, until I see more colours that are in there, I'm reserving judgment. But if there's more cool tones than the warm tones, and depending on the price, that could be a hell yeah. They've also, Gimme Glow Cosmetics are bringing out little mini lipsticks, similar to Jeffree Star. He did that with his little minis. It's surprising actually how much fits into one of those little mini lipsticks, because although the clear bit of the bottle is minuscule, they normally fill it up to the top of the gold band, which is pretty much effectively half of their full-sized ones. So, you know, that could be a good way to, you know, try them out. They're going to be coming in sets of 4, so it's a good way if you've not tried their lipsticks, which I have to admit I haven't tried any of their lipsticks yet. So that could be a good way of trying out more. This fan is playing havoc with my hair, isn't it? Of trying out more than one shade, and you know, seeing whether you like them. Peaches and Cream, which is a British cosmetic brand, cruelty-free, based in Liverpool, have got an offer on at the moment, eyeshadow pick and mix quad, and it's got all these colours here, where you can get 4 of them for 12 quid, which absolutely fantastic. You know, you can pick and mix your own, make your own little travel quad of eyeshadows, so hell yeah, I like the look of that. W7 Makeup have released this clam-shaped bag with makeup brushes in it. 3 face brushes and 5 detail or eye brushes, and that's 40 quid. That's not actually a bad price, so you know, if you've got someone in your family who's just starting off into makeup, that'd be a really nice present to get them. I'm not going to worry because I've got brushes coming out the wazoo, to be quite honest. But if you haven't and you wanted to get a nice pretty set, then this could be a hell yeah for you. Chantecaille UK are releasing a limited edition palette for their 20-year anniversary, embossed with 2 conservation efforts particularly close to founder Sylvie's heart, the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust and Lion Guardians. The palette features 4 highly wearable, beautiful neutrals that layer on effortlessly to accentuate every individual woman's natural beauty. So I thought, do you know what? I like the look of that. He's got elephants on 2 of the pans, and I love elephants. I adore elephants. So I popped over to Space NK website to see how much it was. I hope you're sitting down. If you've got food or drink in your mouth, swallow it now. I don't want to be responsible for you choking. So, a 4-pan eyeshadow palette, £76. Sing it with me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. NARS are bringing out a collection with Erdem. Initially it's at Barney's, New York now. It's coming to Selfridges, the NARS website, and Nordstrom, and then internationally in May. There's a lip power palette, Poison Rose, for $49, which has got a creamy primer, 4 lipstick colours with buildable coverage and a blendable formula. A multi-use highlighter pencil, opalescent lavender for eyes, cheek and face. NARS Erdem blush in 2 shades, $30 each. Loves Me, which is a strawberry pink with gold shimmer, and Loves Me Not, which is the soft lavender pink. Eyeshadow palette, 6 shades each, $49 each. Night Garden and Fleur Fatale. 6 different shades of lipstick. Carnival Creation, which is a sheer raspberry red. Bloodflower, which is a bright cherry red. Wildflower, which is a deep plum purple. Moon Orchid, which is a sheer light pink. Voodoo Lay, sheer muted lavender. And Sheer Orchid, which is a light purple. And Mattifying Blotting Powder for $30. I do quite like the combination of colours in the bottom left eyeshadow palette. I'm not paying nearly $50 for 6 eyeshadows, that's ridiculous. So, whoa, 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 no, just no. Right, Smashbox Super Fan Mascara, launched on the 18th, so that came out on Wednesday of this week. Apparently you get 12-hour volume, length and lift, 94% fanned out look, no clumping, smudging or flaking. I'm always down to try a new mascara out, so depending on the price that could be a hell yeah. These are the swatches for the Morphe contour bronzer pans I was talking about last week. I think probably Glitterati is going to be the only one really that's going to work on my skin tone. Celebutante might, but I'm going to have to go super light with the darker of those two shades, similar to the bronzer in my Graveyard Girl palette. But you see they go reasonably dark there. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but you know, 6 when you've only released 6 and they're not all shades of beige, then you know that's not a bad first attempt. And then these are the swatches for the 3-pan blushes they've produced, which really remind me by look of the Anastasia Beverly Hills 3-pan blushes. I do quite like the look of those. I quite like the look of the pop of coral at the bottom. So there's a good chance my hell yeah for those will remain a hell yeah, and you will see at some point, no doubt, that I'll be going, I got them, in one of my next tutorials, so keep your eye out for that. Makeup Geek are coming out with new eyeshadows. Now normally Makeup Geek have round pans. These are in square pans because they are pressed pigments. Pressed pigments can be more difficult to work with, there can be a lot of fallout with them, they can be very difficult to blend if you're not overly confident with them. Subculture, for example, was pressed pigments, and you know the hassle there was with that, but there are a couple of pressed pigments in the Blood Sugar palette, and you know, I get on fine with those. They just take a bit of extra work to blend. But I really do like the look of those. Super pigmented. Apparently you can use them on eyes, lips or face. So, you know, you could dust that across your cheeks, you could you know, pop it on your lips and then pop a clear lip gloss over the top, or you could put you know, a black liquid lipstick on, or cream lipstick, and then you know, just rub your finger in this and press the pigment on to change the colour. There's so much fun you can have with that. Depending on the price for those, that's probably going to be a hell yeah. There's a picture there. I spoke last week about the Smashbox and Vlada. I've since discovered who Vlada is. She's the lady who on Instagram does the looks with lips where she has like metallic liquid dripping off of the lips. So that explains that packaging an awful lot. This is a stand that's in Ulta in America. Hopefully we'll be able to get it on the Smashbox website very soon. Just having a look down here. I think BH Cosmetics might be getting it soon from the bump that I'm seeing here. Prices are not as bad as I was expecting. The liquid lipsticks $24 each. Shimmer drops $32. The Cover Shot eyeshadow palette is $29, so that's not bad for 8 shadows. Highlighters are $39 each, which bugs me because I really want to get the lighter of the two. But I don't know if I can bring myself to pay 40 quid for one blush, one highlighter, really. Not when I got Jeffree Star's £6 highlighter palettes for 40 quid, which is less than $40. Anyway, hopefully those will be coming out soon. Continuing with Smashbox, they did a lot of these Cover Shot palettes last year, and you can get pretty much all of them now except for the Rainbow Bright one, which to be honest was the only one that I was interested in, typically. But they're now bringing out what looks like to be a slightly more colourful one. Again, quite warm based, but that purple and that green, that minty green, it's lukewarm rather than blisteringly hot like they have been for the last few years. So, Pinks and Palms, they're calling it. It's in Nordstrom. So, fingers crossed we'll be able to get hold of that in the UK, because I quite like the look of that, and there's a good chance, money permitting, that could be a hell yeah. Right, the ELF collaboration with Alyssa, sound like Sean Connery, Alyssa Ashley, that I am actually wearing on my lips today, which was limited edition. ELF have restocked it. I don't know how often this is going to come back. This is the second restock, I believe. I got this on the first restock because I missed out first time round. They went like hotcakes. And it's only $6. So it's super, super, super affordable. And it's not one of those glosses that's uber sticky, which I hate. I mean, you can see as I'm chatting, that drink had smudged. I wonder how long have my lipstick been smudged? I mean, you can see this, it's not gumming my lips together as I'm talking. It's super comfortable. It's not got a bad taste for lip gloss, actually. It's kind of fruity. So obviously, as I've got one, that's a hell yeah. And that to me is a very universal shade as well, because obviously I'm super, super pale and it works on me, but I have seen it on, Alyssa Ashley herself has obviously worn it when she was promoing it, and I think I've seen Jackie Aina try it as well, and it looked fabulous on both of their skins. So, looks like the Paleo palette is going to be restocked. Cleonath Cosmetics, I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that. Someone tell me how to pronounce their name. Apparently there's a chance that they could bundle that with the Archeo palette that they released. I do like the look of that, I have to admit, so depending on price and availability in the UK, that could be a hell yeah. Right, Sample Beauty have produced this Cult palette, careful how you say that, Ange. As you can see, neutrals on the top, and then sort of warm row, and then a cool row, or cooler row. There's the swatches on different skin tones. This has actually been designed, it's unique because it's been designed by people that follow Sample Beauty, because they were asked what shades they wanted in a palette, then it was put to a vote, and these were the shades that ended up winning. And it says here the formula in this palette allows you to easily mix the shades to create a new one. So for example, if you wanted purple, you could mix a pink and a blue. You know, if you wanted a specific green, you could mix a yellow and a blue. So apparently, I would imagine from that they're probably going to be quite loosely packed. So A, be careful, because if you drop it, it's probably going to shatter everywhere. And B, tap your brushes off, because there might be a lot of kick up in the pan if they're going to be that easy to mix together. There's 18 shades, 12 mattes and 6 shimmers. That's a good that's a good mix of mattes and shimmers, and it's only 25 quid, which is super affordable. So if you like the look of that, then crack on. I'm still undecided at the moment, because come back to me. Milk mascara. They've released Kush mascara. Now, we can't get that over here at the moment, but obviously any of you that are watching that are in America, or if you're heading to America anytime soon, this is now, it's a volumizing mascara infused with cannabis oil, which fuses fibres to lashes for thickness without fallout. Heart-shaped fibres lock onto lashes for volume, length and curl. Puff brush. Coats and lift for a defined clump-free effect. So unsurprisingly, that launched on 4/20, or 20th of April to you and I. I'm not a fan of fibre mascaras, because being a contact lens wearer, I find those very uncomfortable. I'm yet to find one that I don't end up with fibres in my eyes, not necessarily from coming off of the lashes during the day, but just physically coming off of the brush when you're trying to apply it. If you've ever got a fibre caught underneath your contact lens, you're going to know how painful that is. So for me, it's going to be a whoa, no, even if I could get hold of it, which I can't. So, I do hate when makeup companies do this. Huda Beauty launching some new mini palettes. So I put it through the colorizer thing, and it came up like this. So looks to be like another sort of orangey, reddy, yellowy, goldy one. I'm pretty sure she's already got that. But the other palette looks quite interesting. That looks to be like purples and yellows. So I thought, you know, if that's a purple and a yellow, then that might get me parting with my money. And then she sneak peeked these swatches, which are purple and gold. So if that second palette is full of purples and yellows and golds, hell yeah. And if the other one's just a boring warm tone palette, whoa. No, I've got enough warm tone palettes, thank you. Remember me saying to you about Kat Von D last time, constantly bringing back things that were supposed to be exclusive and limited edition? The Lolita eyeshadow I mentioned, that had been restocked 2 or 3 times. Apparently, she's now back for good. If you want to pay $19 for one bloody eyeshadow. Whoa. No. Makeup Rev, Adam Minto, who's the guy that owns, sort of, it was Tam Beauty, it's now Revolution Beauty, the guy that runs that. They put a sneak peek up where you can see the Fast Base Foundation stick. You can see one of the Renaissance lipsticks. Oh, and look at that, a Fast Base concealer with a sponge tip, looking very much like the Maybelline Age Rewind. So if that is as good as this concealer and this concealer from Makeup Rev, hell yeah! They are also going to be bringing out a blur stick. Now this is really similar to the Milk Makeup. Milk Makeup do a lot of stuff in this format, in like, you know, fold up, twist up tubes. Apparently this is coming very, very soon. Just says Universal Face Primer. So blur stick probably means it's going to have some kind of pore minimising appearance, whether it's pore filling or whether it just reflects light back off so that you don't notice the pores so much. I don't know, but I'm interested to give that a go, because anything that could help keep makeup on my nose for longer, hell yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. And Makeup Rev, or the I Heart Makeup, or I Heart Revolutions it's been renamed to now, have brought out 3 new lines. They've brought out Unicorn, Mermaid and Dragon. Rawr. Yeah, Unicorn and Mermaid, I'm kind of bored to the back teeth of seeing that from Tarte and Too Faced and everybody. But ignoring the fact that they're called Mermaid and Unicorn and Dragon, there's actually some really, really nice colours in there. There's some really, really pretty lipsticks. And apparently we've got eyeshadow palettes to match. We've got this one, which is a Unicorn's Heart, which is full of purples and pinks and lilacs and pale blues and silvers. And that looks that was very northern, wasn't it? That looks very interesting. Then there's the Dragon Heart palette, which is basically warm tone with a hit of lilac and a dark one at the corner. Bronze, gold, red, pink, purple, burgundy. Pass on that one. And then there's this one, Mermaid's Heart. Now, do you remember me challenging Adam Minto to produce the Tarte palette, the blue and green one? Now, he commented on my video, he watched my video, and he commented on the video, done with a tick. Now, whether that means he's taken me up on my challenge or whether he means there's one already in the works, I don't know. Now, this has only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say 6 blues and greens out of it. So, for me, this isn't the recreation of the Tarte palette, because there's yellows in there, there's a bronze in there, there's a gold in there. So, for me, that's not the him taking up my challenge, but it's pretty close. And hands up time, I have ordered the Mermaid's Heart eyeshadow palette, 2 lipsticks and 2 lip glosses. The eyeshadow palettes are £6.99, the lipsticks are £4, and the glossy ones are £3. So really super affordable. And one of the lipsticks I've picked up is called Aquadisiac, and is an aqua bluey green colour, which apparently changes colour on your lips. So we will see when that arrives if that is actually the case. So that's a hell yeah, apart from the warm palette, which I don't need because I've got enough of those, thank you. Origins UK, apparently UK's #1 mask brand, I don't quite know where that's from, have done a collaboration with Madeleine Shaw, and they've got this Glow Co Nuts Hydrating Coconut Moisture Mask. 100 mils. It's a fluffy whipped mask with coconut, apricot, lemon, orange and lime oils, inspired by Madeleine Shaw and her love of coconuts and natural ingredients. UK exclusive, available for limited time only. Formulated to instantly hydrate and boost glow, skin feels plumped and healthier looking. And formulated without parabens, phthalates, propylene glycol, mineral oil, PABA, petroleatum, paraffin, DEA. In addition, the formulation is now 100% vegan and the packaging is 100% recyclable, further reflecting Madeleine's beliefs in clean beauty. You apply it morning or night after cleansing for 10 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, for an instant rush of moisturisation to soften and smooth, or apply overnight to restore moisture lost while you sleep. So apply a generous layer to your skin after cleansing, tissue off the excess and leave it on while you sleep. You'll awaken with skin that is plumped, refreshed and supple. So, that's available. It's £26.50, which for 100 mils is actually quite a good price. At the moment, I really don't need masks. I've got a lot, but I'm so tempted by that. So, again, my heart is going, hell yeah! And my head and my bank balance are going, whoa, no! We'll see which wins. Aurelie, after her first Beyond Neutral palette, which, yes, I bought it to see what it was like. Don't judge. I bought it when it was half price. I didn't pay full price for that sucker. Right, she's now doing her second palette, which she has called Nudie Patootie. She could come up with a problem there, because I know that Wet n Wild have got a liquid lipstick called Nudie Patootie. Because I got it, I ordered it from Amazon, and it's a really, really nice lipstick. But, you know, I'm guessing she'll have addressed the name thing. I don't know, maybe Wet n Wild only registered it as a lipstick name rather than a shadow palette name. But that's something to keep an eye out for. There could be some issues there in the future. One eyeshadow palette, 2 eyeliners and 3 nude lippies. I'm sorry, that's just so uninspiring. It's just White Peach palette from Too Faced, anybody? Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, not even if it's half price, not even if it's quarter of a price. In fact, if you give it to me, I don't know if I'd feel inspired enough to use it. Sorry, Laura, I know you tend to go for those colours, but oh, girl, please. Right, Nabla Cosmetics. Once again, black and white picture, which I put through the coloriser and looked like this. And I do these screenshots and I prepare them sort of through the week. And literally yesterday, just before I was getting ready to film this, they dropped the picture like this. Boom! Which, as you can see, is very, very close to that coloriser. So I actually did quite well this time. That gives me hope for the purple and gold Huda palette. They're calling it the Soul Blooming palette. Very pretty packaging on the outside, lots of pretty flowers. There's the swatches on 3 different skin tones. Nice mixture of matte and shimmers there. I actually really like that. It launches on the 3rd of May on nablacosmetics.com and authorised retailers. Now I don't know if we can get this over here, but if we can and it's not a ridiculous price, that's probably going to be a hell yeah. Even though I really shouldn't. But it's just so pretty. It looks like it's going to be a sister palette to Dreamy, the previous one. They look like they would actually work quite well together. I Although to be honest, if you've got one you probably don't need the other. Kylie. Remember her $360 brush set? She's got a sale on. She's reduced the price of some of the brushes. Yeah. So if you wanted to buy overpriced, cheap and nasty looking brushes, you can. A little bit less. Still more than I'm prepared to pay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. We're now seeing swatches of the Kylie Courtney collab. These are the lipsticks. Yup. French Kiss, Rad and Mini. Okay. And then there's 3 different palettes to go with the 3 different lipsticks. So you've got this one here with the, looks like it's all over holographic box, and that's browns, bronze and a gold, so you know, if you haven't already got those colours. Then there's this one where the box appears to have holographic lipstick kisses all over it, and this is Peach is the only matte in this one. The other one was 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. Peach is the only matte in this one, and then you've got a bronze, a rose gold, and a sort of like a champagne-y coloured shimmer. And then this one, which has got like a holographic feather print on it. Again, only the one matte by the look of it, which is that grey lilac-y colour with a gold, a red and a green. Now that to me doesn't say summer, that to me says Christmas. But I do quite like that one. But I don't quite like Kylie's prices. There's a picture of all 3 of the eyeshadow palettes together. And really that green one bottom left is the only one that even calls to me at all. So I'm reserving judgment on that one. Most of it's a no. That green one is a depends on the price and how I feel at the time. We spoke last time about the JLo Inglot collaboration. I told you it was a long one. Finally got some sneak pics of some of the items. We've got this one here, which is where it's been sent out to an influencer and they've been swatching bits and pieces. There's another picture here showing some more of the products. Again, you know, it's very much JLo's colours, which means it's very much not my colours. I don't know. At the moment, from what I've seen there, it's a whoa, whoa, whoa. No, because I'm just completely uninspired by it all, to be honest. I think I spoke last time about the Benefit brow tones, that you can give yourself coloured brows, or accent your brows with a colour rather than block them out with a complete colour. These are some sample swatches they've done of the 5 different shades. They look really pretty. If you've got coloured hair, that's a hell yeah. If you haven't but you still want to look funky, you still can. Looks like they're also going to be bringing out this called Crash Course Concealing, made to look like a notebook, with 2 shades of their Boing concealer, shades 1 and 2, and I'm not quite sure what that is at the bottom, but that's in shade 2, so it'd be interesting to see what that is. I'll reserve judgment till I have more details, but I've seen it, so I thought I'd let you know about it. Colourpop have done a sneak peek, because I believe they're coming up to, is it a 10-year anniversary they're coming up to? But they did this sneak peek, funky packaging, some blues and light golds there, so you know, if it reflects what's on the packaging, that could be quite interesting. And of course Colourpop is affordable. Yes, we have to order it and pay shipping to get it over here, but the shipping's only, I think it's less than $10 to get shipped over here. So, you know, I should be keeping my eye out for that to see what comes up. Now, going back to the Tarte April Fool's joke, Angelica Newquist, and I will, if I remember, I'll link her channel down below. She shopped her own stash and put together her own version of the Tarte palette using single eyeshadows that she'd got from a number of different brands. And Divina Cosmetics saw her video and was so inspired by it, they have put together, from colours they already have, which is why they've been able to do it so quickly, they've put together their version of the Tarte palette. There's some swatches. 6 mattes, 6 shimmers, 2 highlighters and a palette. Total cost to buy individually is, I think, $85, and I think they're selling it for something around the $60 mark, 60, 65, so really, really good saving there. And in terms of getting 12 eyeshadows, 2 highlighters and a palette, that's a really, really good price for, you know, an indie brand as well. And they're calling it the Harmony Collection Blue Betch version, because obviously Tarte were going to call it the Icy Betch. And discount codes apply. They've listed one on their Instagram to get 15% off, and Angelica, that I mentioned before, she's actually an associate with them, and she has a code you can use as well, so you can then get, I think it's 15% you get off. So if it's 65 quid, that's going to be what, 6.50, 9.75 off the price of that. So that will bring that down to round about the $56 mark. So that's a really good price. And yes, that was me doing mental arithmetic live. It's too hot for this. Divina Cosmetics are also promoting this 4-pan 36mm Fairy Dust highlighter palette. For me, that looks to be aimed very much at deeper skins, which is fantastic, because you can see from the swatches here the depth of pigment. I could probably get away with the one top right, maybe Asteria, if I had a very, very, very light hand. But yeah, those are looking absolutely fantastic. Jeffree Star, someone put, imagine a weed-inspired palette, wow. And Jeffree Star replied, this is all on Twitter, did you look through my desk? Already in the works, haha. So I'm guessing that means there's going to be a greeny, purpley palette coming out from Jeffree, so that'll be interesting to see whether he does the 18-pan like Blood Sugar, or if he goes back to his 10-pan like his Androgyny and Beauty Killers. I Heart Revolution are bringing out multi-liner brights and multi-liners. Oh, apparently there's 3 different types, but we've only got pictures of 2 here. Retractable liners. Oh, you know those pens where you have 4 different colours, and the big pens that you slide down whichever colour you want? This looks like it's going to be pencil liners, 4 different colours in that kind of format. I like the idea of that. I don't really use pencil eyeliners, I always use liquid ones. I'll have a look and see what they're like, and if there's a set that would work on my waterline, then I might pick those up. Nothing no details yet in terms of prices or anything, but being Makeup Rev, it's going to be cheap. You know, their stuff is always very, very purse friendly, so keep an eye out for that. Juvia's Place are working on doing some liquid foundations. They're going to have a range of shades from darkest complexions to very light and pale. So, you know, the indie companies are showing these big brands how to do it. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The Colourpop by X Shayla collection has been sneak peeked, which actually looks really nice. There's a eyeshadow palette of 16 shades for $23, has a mirror and names are printed on the palette, not on the back. 2 Luster Dust loose highlighters, $7 each. 3 Luxe lipsticks at $7 each, or a set of all 3 for $21. So you're not actually saving anything, you're just probably getting them in a box. 1 ultra glossy lip. The bundle is $59 and the PR box is $75. That'll be available on the 27th of April. I'm really loving that. I'm loving the pops of purple in there. That's I probably won't pick it up because I have got, looking at that eyeshadow palette, I have got pretty much all of those colours anyway. I might pick up Come On Sis, which is the mauve or mauve lipstick, but I do have Still Crazy, so it could be too close to that. I'll need to have a look on, when they put swatches up online, I'll need to have a look at that. Remember last time I did the Woh No on Kat Von D because she didn't have any natural redhead shades. She has since gone on to Instagram, put this picture up of all of the natural hair colour shades. I say natural because she's got a bleached one and a white out one there as well. And she's saying, we totally hear you and are actively working on auburn shades right now. Stay tuned. Sorry for the delay, but we want to make sure we get it right for all of our redhead fans out there. Does that sound like Tarte saying, oh yeah, we've got darker shades in the work, we just haven't released them yet because they're not quite ready? If you haven't completed an inclusive shade range, do not release the product. It's that simple. So that's staying a whoa, 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 no. And I'm sure you've heard me and my fan for quite enough for one day. I'm now going to go and have the back-breaking job of editing all of this so that it has pretty pictures here rather than me just waving at thin air like I'm refilming Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So, I hope you found this helpful, enjoyable. If you did, perhaps you'd like to hit that like button, or if you're one of my haters, you can hit the dislike button if hitting like is just too much for you. Subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything else I upload. Right, I am going to go and see if I've got an ice pole in the freezer to help me cool down, and then I'm going to go and edit this. So all that remains for me to say is have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.